Jonker Street, the center street of Chinatown, was once renowned for its antique shops. However, over the years it has turned to clothing and crafts outlets as well as restaurants. The story of Jonker Street goes back to the Dutch period of Malacca. Dutch Malacca was the longest period that Malacca was under foreign control, which from 1631 to 1825 for almost 183 years. The servants and subordinates of Dutch masters used to live at nearby Heron Street. However, as soon as Dutch left, it became Nobleman Street. Rich Babas and Bibiks started to live and trade here, giving the street a deep-rooted ethnic and cultural flavor. Jonker Street also brings together various historical remains that is recognized as a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, seeks to encourage the identification, protection and preservation of cultural and natural heritage around the world considered to be of outstanding value to humanity. This is embodied in an international treaty called the Convention Concerning the Protection of the World Cultural and Natural Heritage, adopted by UNESCO in 1972. Now the street is officially named as Jalan Haingbad, and it is popularly known as the Jonker Walk. Every Friday, Saturday and Sunday evenings, the street is closed for motor vehicles from 6 p.m. The shop lot signage at Jonker Street can be found with variety of designs. Some of them have influenced with their culture as well as the business of premises themselves. Most premises have their own identity of signage's design. For instance, Tianhupsang Biscuit Enterprise. The owner's name of premises used with simple font yet look nice. Installation artworks have been constructed in exhibition spaces such as museums and galleries, as well as public and private spaces. Three-dimensional installation in Jonker Street serves an alternative purpose, where the three-dimensional elements are fused together with the two-dimensional paintings on the wall. The oldest functioning mosque in Malaysia, Masjid Kampung Hulu, was commissioned by the Dutch East India Company in 1728. Non-Muslim guests can opt to roam around the mosque and admire the magnificent architecture from outside, which makes for beautiful landscape photographs. The Jonker Street Library is decked out with traditional Chinese furniture and has an impressive collection of Buddhist literature and scriptures. The library's spacious reading areas are further illuminated with natural lighting, making it the perfect place for those who want a temporary escape from the bustling crowds of Jonker Street. One of the more modern attractions visitors can find in Jonker Street is Mummy Jonker House. Opened in November 2013, it is the brand's first concept store after 40 years of being a leading household name for children's snacks. Sri Payatha Vinayagar Temple is one of the first Hindu temples built in Malaysia. It is set in close proximity to Kampung Kling Mosque and Cheng Hun Teng Temple along Harmony Street, an avenue known for its collection of religious shrines. Opened in January 2013, Hard Rock Cafe Malacca has a similar layout to the rest of the chain's outlets all across the world. Bringing distinctive Malacca flavor to the decor is the Straits Malacca-inspired patterned floor, with walls decorated with music memorabilia such as Bruce Springsteen's signed guitar. Built by Indian Muslim traders in the year 1738 during the Dutch colonial era, the Kampung Kling Mosque is one of the oldest mosques in Malaysia, which still retains its original design. The architectural design of the mosque seems to reflect Malacca's colorful past as a major trading port during the 14th to 18th century. Dating back to 1636, Cheng Hun Teng Temple is Malaysia's oldest traditional Chinese temple. Therefore, it remains as a central place of worship for the Buddhist community in Malacca. Notable for its carved woodwork, Chenghonteng Temple is dedicated to Guanyin, the goddess of mercy. Chengho's Cultural Museum is a gallery housing exhibits about the life of the Chinese Ming Dynasty Admiral, Chengho Zhenghe. His most notable contribution to Malacca was his role in bringing the emperor's daughter, Princess Hanli Po, to marry the Sultan of Malacca in the mid-15th century, which eventually led to the creation of the Babananya culture. The Babananya Heritage Museum is a collection of 3 beautifully restored houses arranged to resemble a conventional 19th-century Babananya residence. The best parts of this tour are the guides who regale guests with Babananya tales of yore with noticeable Peranakan wit during the informative 45 minutes tours. Jonker Street really appears to be a living museum and is a must-see place for anyone visiting Malacca. The best part of Jonker Street is the night market on Fridays and Saturdays that sells everything from tasty treats to cheap keepsakes. On Friday and Saturday nights, however, Jonker Walk turns into a massive night market with throngs of people flooding the streets looking to savor a piece of the Malaccan nightlife. There are so many variety of foods and delicacies at Jonker Street. Watching the food is cooked in front of our eyes entertain the buyer, creating more lively vibe around Jonker Street. Most of the food at Jonker Street are amazingly cheap, and foods are only below 10 ringgit. Tourists enjoy eating this cheap price food at night and a great time to spend at that time. Laucan Ice Cafe, tucked inside Sanshu Gong, a confectionery store, is noted for its durian chandel, served in a plastic bowl stuck in a paper durian cutout. Not to mention, chicken rice balls, shaped like golf balls, are served cold, and taste like fish ball in texture because they don't break into grains when chewed. Nanya Asam Laksa, a speciality of Longhouse stall housed in QQI's 86 Cafe, attracts a fair crowd. The sour spicy breath jolts your tongue, caresses your upper palate. Though not Nanya in origin, rock candy, a throwback to the 1960s, is hard to get nowadays, even in Malacca. The candy exudes a peppermint aroma. Mr. Pot Dim Sum, which opens from 4 p.m., offers more than 10 types of steamed and fried dim sum. The prawn in the siumai is fresh, steamed fish ball has an energetic bounce, and putzker dumpling. It has become far more commercial, attracting scores of tourists, but it is an undeniably colorful way to spend an evening shopping and grazing. Jonker Street is not just famous for its antique shops and historical landmarks. Every Friday and Saturday, the Jonker Walk Night Market in Malacca's Chinatown brings the area to a standstill, making way for a lively after-dark night spot. There are street performers singing and playing guitars while the tourists sit and listen to the performers. The tourists also give them tips while the performers perform. Jonker Street is truly the best place to have a good time with their loved ones.
Tersenyum di dalam keharuan, setelah tahu apa yang terjadi. Sekian lamanya engkau hidup seorang